The day civilization was ruined, the day nature returned to its original state, and the day where all the near extinct animals finally could reproduce. In a way, you could say it was good for civilization. At the same time, it's not good at all. It is the harsh truth that animals are meant to go extinct in this world. But what would happen if all of mankind just suddenly ceased or was encased in stone? Well, normally they would die, but what if they somehow ended up in a cold sleep, being petrified, and but not dying, more like ending up in a cold sleep, perhaps? Well, we don't know if that will ever happen in real life, although I'm pretty sure some mad scientist actually wants to do something similar in real life. But what we do know is that it's that time of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, although I doubt there are any ladies watching this is Angry Anime Fan, the Despair Reviewer, and this is Dr. Stone, Anime Episode 1. In case you don't know, I know everything about this because I actually review the manga. So if you ask me, will I review the anime? Well, I will try. No promises. But I will review this one. So in this... what is Dr. Stone? Well, it starts off with a normal day in high school. Taiju, a muscular yet very... well, I wouldn't say socially awkward, but very simple-minded guy, tells his best friend Senku, a sarcastic but clearly smarter than his age would suggest scientist, that he's gonna confess to his love Yuzihara, a kind-looking and cute-looking girl that seems to have a way to, well, make clothes or something. But when he is about to confess near a tree, suddenly a bright light engulfs the entire world, and everyone, yes, every human in the planet, including even Donald Trump, turns into stone. Planes that have flown, people that have walked, people that have swum, everything goes entirely petrifying. And yet they seems to not die. They seem to fall in some kind of slumber. Well, except for Taiju, who for thousands of years, yes, you heard me right, for thousands of years managed to keep himself awake through sheer determination. Or was he? He eventually finally breaks out, but by then it's the year, well, it's a different year. 3007, about 3,700 maybe years have passed, and he is not the only one who has been awakened, but his best friend Senku, the scientist, has also awakened, because it turns out even he managed to keep himself awake in his cold slumber. And how? Well, by multitasking, by counting so we could find the exact calendar of which year it was, so we, well, you know, if it was spring or not, and everything else. Yeah, but in case you do not know, Senku is a teenager, probably around 15, 16 years old, maybe even 17. But what I mean to say is, yes, he is that young, and he is that smart too. He proclaims to Taiju that the two of them will find a way to revive humankind. So the rest is them, well, Senku has made the preparations for survival because he has been awake 6 months prior to Taiju. As Taiju is revealed to be a man with unlimited stamina, he helps Fantin the food as Senku tries to explain how he's trying to find a way to deactivate the petrification through scientific method, some kind of like acid effect. He explains that what he believes that nitric acid from guano that comes from bats may be one of the key, but they lack some sort of alcohol. So when Taiju suggests wine when he sees the vines, eventually they do manage to create an amateur and very bad tasting wine. And 1 year later, when both Senku and Taiju are reunited, they effectively created a revival formula, breaking out a bird. So who is their first target? Well, it turns out that when Taiju awakened, he found his lost love, Yuzihara, who has been, well, protected per se by a tree, because the last time we saw Yuzihara, she was holding on to the tree where Taiju was supposed to confess. And he proclaims that he wants to revive her. because Senku says that since Taiju is the reason why they have the formula to begin with. Although I wonder how many will revive, because in the end, Taiju, during his hunting, mentioned that he saw the strongest high school primate, Shio Tsukasa. Either way, welcome to a new Stone Age. Dr. Stone, following this journey as the intro goes. Not the best of journey, but introduces characters we have not seen yet, so, well, something tells me this is gonna be a journey. And yes, I do know what will happen. I'm just playing dumb, okay? Because that's how anime reviewers always do. I have seen so many anime reviewers who tend to play this dumb, even though I know they have seen the chapters. So I am doing that too. If you know what is going on, go check out my chapter reviews. In the meantime, do pray that I can review the anime episodes. Give me your thoughts if you have any.